Welcome to Kenwood Trail Middle School Pool. We're here today to watch Lakeville North Girls Swim and Dive team in their second meet of the season. Today's event will be against the Blaze of Burnsville, and we're going to be looking forward to a great event. You know, I was walking around the pool a little bit before the event, and I was talking with a few of the girls, and there's just a lot of energy here in the pool. The girls are ready. They've been practicing throughout the week, and they're just looking forward to building on a very good first meet of the season. Lots of twists that are going to be made to the lineups and tweaks that are going to be made as the coaches have been working on various strokes and various things throughout the week. So the girls have just entered into the pool after coming out of the locker room. They're all donned in their Lakeville North warm-up attire, sitting throughout the stadium 6 feet apart, respecting the social distancing and chatting a little bit. Some of them are sitting quietly alone as they're thinking about their event for the day. Other girls are chatting with each other and just looking forward to the event. Going to be joined by Franny Blumberg, who's going to be singing the national anthem here in just a few minutes. Franny is one of our swimmers on the team, and she's got a wonderful voice for the national anthem. So I'll just pause here for a moment, and we should be hearing Franny shortly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kenwood Trail Middle School Pool, home of the Lakeville North Panthers. Tonight's meet is between the Panthers of Lakeville North High School and the Blaze of Burnsville. Team captain of Lakeville North are Grace Graham, Georgia Olson, Katie Steve, Deanna Weaver, Owen West. The coaches from Lakeville North are head coach Dan Schneider, assistant coaches Katie Radin and Steve Van Dyne, driving coach Jared Moulton and Summer Barrett. The coach from Burnsville, head coach Kim. The meet officials are Frank Gierker. Lane assignments for tonight's meet are 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoed, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Great job, Franny. Nice job with the national anthem. The girls are doing their pregame excitement chant, and they are ready to get this event underway. Coach Snyder is giving one last form of introduction. Tonight's event's going to be a little different from what we've normally had at the pool. It's going to be a virtual event. It's our first virtual event of the year. And what's going to happen is that the Lakeville North girls will be swimming in lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the Burnsville Blaze are going to be in their home pool at this exact same time, also swimming. Their scores and our scores aren't going to be matched up until an upload this evening. So we won't be able to find out who the winner of the event is, or of each individual meet, each individual swim event, until tomorrow. So the girls know that. What they're focused on is to do their absolute best job and to swim against their times and to have as much fun as they can in the pool. The girls are spread out around the pool, and we have the girls getting ready for the 200-yard medley relay junior varsity. This will be our first event of the afternoon. The girls are entering lanes 5, 6, and 7. On your screen, lane 5 is on the left-hand side. In lane 5 is Sophie Gomez, and following her will be Ellen McFarland, Sophia Mickelson, Olivia Brodbeck. In lane 6, swimming currently is Franny Blumberg, and she'll be followed by Sunava Maharan, Rashna Balasubramanian, and Avery DeBolt. In lane 7, you should currently see Catherine Sibident, and she'll be followed by Lauren Crook, Amanda Bauer, and McKenna Savalon. So this is the 200, so we've just hit the first leg of the event. Currently lane 6 is in the lead with Sophia Maharan doing the fly. Right behind Sophia is Ellen McFarland, making some nice strokes, both coming to the turn, heading back to the second half of the second leg. In lane 7, Lauren Crook, having a really nice swim, giving herself some nice strokes, coming to the turn. Third swimmers are getting themselves situated. They're queuing in for the dive, and off goes Rashna, followed by Alexis. Lauren Crook is still coming through, but we see Alexis Bauer queuing herself up. Rashna has a really nice first leg, making a little bit of extra ground on Sophia, giving a nice long wide stroke. Avery DeBolt is queuing herself up and about to make the dive. There she goes, followed by Olivia Brodbeck will take the dive from Sophia. Once she hits the board, boom, gone. Alexis Bauer is coming down the second half of her second set of the leg, and McKenna Skevland is about to dive. There she goes. Here comes Avery DeBolt coming into the final of the 200 medley relay. Really nice final leg at 29.9. In comes Olivia, with McKenna not too far behind. Two minutes, 21 seconds takes the lead, followed by 2 minutes, 28 seconds. And the final leg is just being tallied. Nice job, girls. The second event of the afternoon will be the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Varsity is about to take the blocks. Again, these will be lanes 5 through 7, and lane 5 is on the left-hand side of your screen. The girls will be jumping in the pool here in a moment. Just waiting for the scoreboard to clear. And waiting for the judge to take the the starting position and send the girls in the pool. Whistle is sounded. Girls are in the pool, getting themselves situated. In lane 5 for the 200-yard medley relay varsity is Lakeville North Ashley Miranda Lamone. She'll be followed by Grace Gray, one of the senior captains, Leah Loftus, and Helen Zenner. In lane 6, senior captain Katie Petit is in the pool right now, and she'll be followed by Gintari Penscani, McKenna Hultgren, Georgia Olson. In lane 7, Caitlin Hull, Peyton Warrens, Emily Hodgkin, and Peyton Hodgkin. Lane 6 is back in the water. That's Gintari Pekachki, and she is in the pool. Really close competition with Grace Gray right behind her in lane 5. All three girls are just swimming lights out. Gintari's at the turn. She's coming on down. Looks like Grace is making a little bit of ground. Between the two of them, they're both putting it all out on the pool. I think Grace might actually kind of hit the wall. Both all are going in. There goes McKenna Hultgren in lane 6 and Leah Loftus in lane 7 with Emily Hodgkin, the third swimmer, in lane 7. All three swimmers are swimming very competitively with McKenna Hultgren in lane 6 in the middle, currently in the lead, with Leah Loftus right at her tail. Both girls are swimming the fly really aggressively. We're coming to the final. In goes Georgia Olson with Helen Zenner right behind. It's going to be a competition between the two of them all the way through. The girls are friends. They like each other, but they know that this is a competition and they want to do the best job that they possibly can. Georgia Olson at the turn with Helen Zenner right behind her. There goes Peyton Hundgren at the turn. Georgia in the middle. Looks like she's got this one pretty handily. Swimming lights out. Hitting the board. Nice job, girls. Lakeville North was led by the team in lane 6 of Petit, Pitcani, Hunchgren, and Olson. Scores are just being tallied on the board. Looks like 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Followed by a really nice 2:04 by the Miranda Lamone Gray Loftus Zenner team, and a 2:07 by the Hall Warrens Hodgkin Hultgren team. Event 3 is being queued up. It's the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity. It'll be lanes 5 through 7. The girls have just been called up onto the block, getting themselves queued up and ready for the event. In lane 5 on the left-hand side of your screen is Avery Risteau. Lane 6, Brenna Kolsabud. In lane 7, Gwen Hauk. Looks like Brenna has the lead at the turn. Really nice job swimming her way through. Heading on back down for the 200-yard. All right. Really nice splits. Brenna coming in at 35.43, followed by Avery at a 37.14, and a nice split for Gwen at 37.93. Brenna is still taking a pretty handled lead. Working her way through to the midpoint. Okay, Brenna's at the turn. A nice 39.85 on that split, followed by Avery at a 41.50 split. And Gwen just about at the turn at a 47.23. Brenna just took the turn at the halfway through the third time down and back on the 200 yard, getting herself ready for the final down and back of the event. Brenna hit the turn. Really nice. Brenna's in the 7th grade at I'm not sure if she's at Kenwood Trail or Century, but she's really swimming lights out. Coming to the turn, had a 40.95 on the first split with a 44.57 for Avery. Brenna's coming down to the final 50 in the 200. Looks like she's got a few of her teammates that are keeping scores that are coming to the event, ready to give her some nice high fives as she comes in after a really strong event. Boom, she hit the block. 40.22 on her final final 50. Really nice swim. Here comes Avery, just about to hit the block. Came in at a 43.28. Nice final leg to finish off her event. Brenna and Avery are waiting to congratulate their teammate, who's just about to come in after a really nice swim, Gwen Hauk, taking the last 10 yards of her event, finishing nice and strong into the block at a 50.33. Avery came in at a 2:36, followed by, that was Brenna. Avery at a 2:46, and Gwen came in with a nice time at 3:08. The fourth event of the afternoon will be the girls' 200-yard medley freestyle. This will be the varsity. This will be lanes 4 through 7, with lane 4 on the left-hand side of your screen. Off they go. Nice dives. All 4 girls really strong. In lane 4 is Whitney Swarsek, 7th grader for Lakeville North. Haley Hoffman, junior at Lakeville North. Grace Gray swimming in lane 6, senior captain. And Alexa Van Dyne, freshman. Girls are swimming strong. Grace has the lead coming to the final 50 of the first leg. Coming in at 30.74, followed by Alexa at a 31.60, with Whitney coming in at a solid 32.04. A 34.07. Going down at the turn from the second leg, Grace Gray is swimming really strong, has a commanding lead in the event, with Alexa Van Dyne really making some progress, pushing Grace. That's the nice thing about swimming. The girls, they push each other. They give each other confidence inside and outside of the pool. And an event like this, where all 4 of our girls are swimming next to each other, they know where they're at, and they can feel each other's energy pushing and gliding them. Grace is at the turn, about ready to come down to the midpoint for the event, with Alexa continuing to be right at her feet in lane 7. Not too far behind, Haley in lane 5 and Whitley in lane 4. At the midpoint, Grace came in at a strong 35.88. Alexa came in at a 35.06, picked up about a 0.7 tenth on that one. Whitney came in 37.36 on that. Whitney came in at a 39.59, with Haley coming in at a 37. Here comes Grace and Alexa, just about ready to finish their third 50, coming up to the block. Grace looks like she's made a little bit of progress. Just came in for the finish. Really solid at a 33.56 to finish it, with a 34.73 on Alexa. For Alexa, a 36.63 for Haley, and a 39.27. So Grace's time was a 2-minute 13-second event, followed by Alexa at a 2:16, followed by Whitney Swarsek at a 2:22, and Whitney at a 2:26, and Haley at a 2:22. Moving on to event number 5. This would be the girls. This would be the 200-yard IM junior varsity. Swimmers are coming to the blocks. The line judge has called the girls up onto the block, having them take their marks, and they're off. In this event, lane 4, which is on the left-hand side of your screen, is Alexis Bauer. Lane 5, Addie Marsalek. In lane 6, Caitlin Hull. In lane 7, Ellen McFarland. They've just hit the first turn of the 200-yard IM, and now they're doing the fly to work their way back down. Appears as though Caitlin Hull in lane 6 is going to come to the turn first. Really solid 32.63, followed by Addie Marsalek at a 34.17 before they move to the backstroke. Caitlin Hull came in at Ellen McFarland came in at a 41.48, and Alexis Bauer came in at a 40.63. Doing the backstroke to the third leg of the 200 IM is Caitlin Hull in the lead in lane 6, followed by Addie Marsalek in lane 5. All 4 girls are swimming really well. Just make the turn to 39.97 for Caitlin Hull, followed by a 41.54 for Addie Marsalek. Our other 2 swimmers are in a little bit of a neck-and-neck competition, with Ellen McFarland taking the turn initially, followed by Alexis Bauer. We got 3 freshmen and an 8th grader out in the pool for this event, with Addie being the 8th grader and Alexis, Caitlin, and Ellen all being freshmen. Just about ready to start high school for Lakeville North. Girls are coming to the turn. Caitlin Hall is coming to the last leg in the lead with a 52.48 on the fly, and now they're going to be cruising on in for the fly. Ellen McFarland just made the turn, and so did Alexis Bauer. In comes Caitlin Hall halfway through, making this 200-yard look nice and easy, finishing super strong as her scorekeeper is about ready to give her her final tally, and she's in. Nice 35-11 final leg to take the lead for Lakeville North, followed by Alexis Bauer, who came in at a really solid 33.93 in the fly. In comes Caitlin Hall at a Ellen McFarland at a 39.36. Not to be too far behind is Alexis Bauer, who just came in at a 44. So winning that event at a 2:40, leading that event at a 2:40 is Caitlin Hall, followed by Alexis Bauer at a 2:44, and Addie Marsalek at a 2:44, Ellen McFarland at a 2:57, and a really nice final event for Alexis Bauer at a 3:07. Here comes the varsity, the 200-yard IM. Before swimmers for Lakeville North, who are about ready to be called up on the blocks. And they're off. Freshman Ashley Miranda Larone in lane 4, with junior Emily Hodgkin in lane 5, Izzy Sadley, freshman, in lane 6, and the senior captain Georgia Olson in lane 7. Izzy Sadley is really swimming with an aggressive stroke. Just hit the turn, in the lead. Moving on to the backstroke, all 4 girls had a really nice turn and are coming on their backstroke super strong. Izzy Satterley is still in the lead, coming down to the second half turn of the backstroke, with Georgia Olson, senior captain, and Emily Hodgkin turning at about the same time. You know, I bet they can kind of sense each other in the pool. Not too far from each other, really giving each other some push. Georgia's taking just a little bit of a lead, with Izzy Satterley just taking the turn as she's getting ready for the butterfly. Georgia just made the turn, and so did Emily Hodgkin. You can just hear the girls around chanting on their teammates. A lot of positive energy in the pool. Everybody is giving all the girls tons of encouragement. They may be socially separated throughout the pool, but they are making their voices loud and clear. Coaches look very positive on the other side. In comes Izzy Satterley, about ready to take the turn for the final leg. Super strong. With 150 under her belt, she's taking this final 50 like it's nothing. Cruising down to the midpoint of the final leg. In comes Emily Hodgkin at the turn, with George Olson not too far behind, and Ashley Miranda Larone just at the turn. Here comes Izzy, swimming lights out, really strong. Coming into the final 10, and she's at the block. Solid 31-25 in her final leg. Really nice event. In comes Emily Hodgkin, the junior, who's just about ready to finish her event at a 34-20. Nice finish. Looks like we're going to have some competition. There comes Georgia at a 35-30, and Ashley Miranda Lamone at a 37-39. So Izzy took the time at a 2-minute 14:09, followed by Emily Hodgkin at a 2:29:48, Georgia at a 2:34:65, and Ashley Miranda Lamone at a 2:35:55. Here comes the 50 free. Love this event. It's bam bam in the pool, out of the pool. The girls are gone. Everybody in this squad is looking to break that 30. You know they want it. They've been thinking about it all day, and here they are on the blocks, getting ready to call it into the pool. Here we go. In lane 4, freshman McKenna Skevlin. In lane 5, junior Rashna Blazamanen. In lane 6, Olivia Brobeck, and she's the sophomore on the squad, followed by lane 7, another sophomore, Sanava Maharan. Here they come, pushing hard in the final half, with Olivia Brobeck taking a nice commanding lead of the junior varsity event, and she's in. 30-16, she hit the 30. You know she wanted it. Rashna came in at a 31-97, followed by Sunovan at a 32-66, and McKenna coming in at the 37-05. Another junior varsity event. Excuse me, this is to be the varsity 50 free.
50-yard freestyle.
Really strong swimmers in this event. Lane 4, 7th grader Peyton Holtgren. In lane 5, freshman Peyton Warnes. 6, senior captain Katie Petit. And in lane 7, McKenna Holtgren. There goes Katie, already at the turn, pushing it hard. Long turn, too. She's got some really strong competition with Peyton right at her heels. Not to mention, and then Peyton Holtgren also at her heels. Katie coming in strong at the finish. Solid. 25-92 with, Katie, and then Peyton came in at a 26-54, McKenna at a 27-69, and Peyton Holtgren at a 27-23. All 4 girls came in with a really nice event. Event's cruising right along. In an event like this, where it is a virtual event with Burnsville participating at the exact same time in their pool, it does make for a faster transition. We got girls scribbling down numbers and other girls gearing up for the event.
Take a break for a 15-minute warm-up.
Taking a break for a 15-minute warm-up. Girls are going to be jumping in the pool for a little bit of a stretch and a little bit of a glide. And we'll be coming back with the girls' 100-yard butterfly. Let me know when I can go on. All right, we're gearing up for the second half, and we do have dive results. Olivia Hansen, Lakeville North, 7th grader, came in with a 36.15, followed by Sydney Bergstreen, sophomore, at a 41.8, with Allie Sakarak, sophomore, coming in at a 49.4. In the second place, Lakeville North, with a 91.05. Aaliyah Croton, junior, and Jasmine Sadik with a final dive score of 108.1 leads the final dive results for Lakeville North. And as I had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, once we get the results from the Burnsville team, it'll all get determined as to the final results. So the second half is about ready to kick off, and we're going to be starting with the 100-yard butterfly junior varsity. In lane 4 on the left side of your screen, 7th grader Brenna Kosabud. In lane 5, junior Franny Brumberg. In lane 6, junior Haley Hoffman. And in lane 7, 7th grader Whitney Swarsek. So this is the 100-yard butterfly, with Haley Hoffman taking the lead at the initial turn, and currently in the lead in lane 6. Finishing the first half of the butterfly, Haley came in at a nice score of 36.9, followed by Franny at a 37.4, and Brenna at a Whitney at a 39.7, and Brenna at a 42.2. So we have a little bit of a competition happening here at the turn. Haley and Franny are neck and neck coming to the final leg. Looks like Franny might have kind of taken a little bit of lead at the turn. Franny Brumberg, the junior, and Haley Hoffman, also a junior, are pushing it hard right to the end. You can better believe that they can feel each other's energy. And it looks as though Franny has come in with a 44.98, followed by Whitney at a 44.96, and Haley at a 45.49, and then Brenna came in solid. Oh, the final results, I'm sorry. Yes, Franny did come in at the 122.39, followed by Haley at the 122.4. Whitney came in at a 124.67, and Brenna came in at a 134.24. Now we're going to move on to the varsity 100-yard butterfly. Event number 12 of the afternoon. Girls are going to be swimming in lanes 4 through 7, with 4 being on the left-hand side of your screen. In lane 4, Gintari Biscotti, sophomore, followed by lane 5, Ashley Miranda Lamone, freshman. Lane 6, Helen Zenner, junior. And in lane 7, on the far right side of your screen, Leah Lofton. At the turn, appears as though Helen is taking the lead with the first half of the event underway. At the turn into the second half, Helen, followed by with a 30.65, followed by Leah coming in at a 32.65. Ashley at a 34.4, and Gintari at a 33.35. A very tight event for the girls. Helen is coming in to take the lead, and she has just finished that final leg at a 36.25, with Leah, Ashley, and Gintari coming in after that. So the final results for Helen is a 1:06, followed by Leah at a 1:09, Ashley at a 110, and Gintari at a 113. And I've been saying left to right, and what I've been meaning to say on your screen is more top to bottom. So with lane 4 being on the top and lane 7 being on the bottom. So we're now going to be moving into the 100-yard freestyle junior varsity, the 13th event of the afternoon. On the top of your screen in lane 4 is freshman. And this is a freshman lineup, top to bottom. Catherine Simidet. In lane 5, Sophia Mickelson. Lane 6, Sophia Gomez. And in lane 7, Gwen Hauk. Sophia Gomez was first at the turn, coming in with a solid freestyle event with Sophia Gomez right behind. Gwen's also having a nice event. Her and Catherine are a bit neck and neck as they're coming to the first 50 of the 100-yard. Sophia Gomez on the turn with Sophia Mickelson in the lead on the turn, and Sophia Gomez right behind. They're pushing each other. Sophia Mickelson in the varsity event is coming in for the final results. And just hit the board. Sophia Gomez as well. With Gwen and Catherine just finishing up the second half of the final leg of the last 50 of the 100. Sophia Mickelson at a 107, followed by Sophia Gomez at a 109, with Gwen Hauk taking the third spot at a 127, and Catherine Simidet coming in at a 132. So the 14th event of the afternoon will be the 100-yard freestyle for the varsity. The girls are on the block, waiting for the swim official to give them the cue, and they're off. On the top of your screen in lane 4 is Rashna Glasa Subrahmanan. In lane 5, also a junior, Emily Hodgson. In lane 6, freshman Peyton Warnes. And in lane 7, on the bottom of your screen, freshman Avery DeBolt. Peyton has a pretty commanding full body lead coming to the first turn with a really strong 28.02 in the first half of the 50. Emily came in at a 30.43 with Rashna coming in at a 35.11. Heading to the final turn of the 100-yard 50, the 100-yard in the second 50. Peyton Warnes has a pretty commanding finish, came in with a solid 30 in her second 50. With Emily coming in at a 33.09 in her second 50. With a 58.05 final result for Peyton. And a 103 for Emily, with a 108 for Avery, and a 112, and a 112 for Rashna.
Event 15, Junior Varsity Girls, 500-yard freestyle.
The junior varsity team is queuing up for the 500-yard freestyle, waiting for the swim official to give them the nod. Nice dives for all the girls, with Gintari taking an early lead. The swimmers for Lakeville North in the 500, in lane 4, McKenna Chevelin. In lane 5, Ellen McFarland. In lane 6, currently in the lead, sophomore Gintari Piscati. In lane 7, freshman Lauren Croak. Gintari came in with her first 50 in that 500 at a strong 32-37, with the rest of the girls coming in at the 39-42 rank. Also a very solid start to a 500. This is one of those events where you got to balance endurance with ability and get out of your head. It's just such an event that you just have to think about it. A really important part of the 500 are the girls on the back half side of the lane that are putting the numbers in the water. What I love about those girls is how they kind of put the numbers in the water, and they also encourage at the same time with a little bit of shaking and a little bit of encouragement. And it creates a little bit of positive energy. Gintari is taking a really solid turn on the event, with McKenna, Ellen, and Lauren all fighting nice and hard. Gintari just came in with her 50 at a 38.96. Coaches for Lakeville North are Dan Schneider, who's tentatively looking over his scores at the moment, giving a little bit of encouragement to his 500-yard junior varsity squad. Assistant coach Katie Radin also giving some encouragement to the kids, to the team, and Steve Van Dyne monitoring his stopwatch, really focusing in on where the girls are versus where they've practiced that they want to be for this event. Gintari just hit the turn, heading down in her fifth 50 at a 39.33, just getting some encouragement from her teammates, with Lauren and Ellen also coming in to hit the turn with 4 50s under their belt. They're pretty much going neck and neck. Got a 45 on one and a 44 on the other. They may be 10 or 15 feet apart, but they can feel each other's energy. The rest of the girls around the pool, you might be able to hear them through the speaker, giving the girls lots of encouragement, lots of goes, lots of positive energy. Gintari's just past the midpoint with a 3:06 on the midpoint, gearing herself up for a really solid 6.5. Emily just hit the midpoint at a 3:37, and Avery also hit the midpoint at a 3:39. All girls are swimming this event really well. Most likely coming in anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5. Might even see Gintari break that 6.5 threshold if she can keep up the same energy in the second half as she was able to deliver in the first half. And it looks like it. She came in with a really nice 39.54. Gintari at the turn. She's got 16 laps, 8 laps, 16 legs under her belt, coming to see the refreshing 17 being dropped in the water, meaning that she only has 3 legs left. Everybody knows what the bell means. Means that Gintari has an opportunity to finish this up strong. She gets to see the double red bars as she goes down, giving herself a really nice encouragement with a solid swim. She's really putting it all out on the line. Wants to give herself the best possibility to get the result that she's hoping to achieve. Tenth grader Gintari Piscotti just crossed the midpoint of her final leg. She's got a scorekeeper up, about ready to hit the final block, and she can take a breath. Nice job, Gintari, with a 37.04 in that final 50. Just a solid finish to a really good event. Broke the 6.5 with a 6:20 on the board. Ellen McFarland is about ready to see that coveted double red block. She knows what that means. She can already see it, and she's 20 feet away. She's getting some positive encouragement from her teammates. She's at the turn, ready to head into the last leg of her 50. Ellen McFarland swimming like she knows she's almost done. She just doubled down, putting a lot of extra effort into her final leg of the 50, pushing it right to the end with a strong finish. 41.65 in her final leg. Really good result for the freshman. $7.18. Nice job, Ellen. Lauren Croak finished off her event with a solid 7:27. And McKenna is seeing her final double block. She knows exactly what that means. Captain Grace Gray just kind of gave her the encouragement. She's going in for the final 50. The whole pool is cheering her on. Everybody knows that this is a great event, and this is one that she's worked really hard to be able to participate in. Coming in strong, McKenna Shevlin, freshman, hit the block. Boom. 44.43 in her final 50. That erupted the entire pool. Coach Schneider had a couple triple claps on that one. For a final result of 8:18. Nice job, McKinnon. All right, well, if you like that 500, let's do it again. Girls 500-yard freestyle varsity. Girls made the dive. They almost all went halfway across the pool on that initial dive, coming out with a really aggressive initial swim. Swimming for Lakeville North, 8th grader in lane 4 on the top of your screen, Addie Marsalek. In lane 5, 7th grader Peyton Holtgren. In lane 6, freshman Alexa Van Dyne. And in lane 7, Caitlin Hole. Looks like Peyton was the first one to take the block, but she can feel Alexa right at her heels. These girls are friends inside and outside of the pool, and they're definitely giving each other some positive encouragement as they got the halfway through the second 50. Peyton, Alexa, and Addie, and Caitlin are all pretty much within 10 feet of each other, giving each other some positive energy, pushing the waves. Peyton took the lead in that 50, and she's currently at heading down for the halfway through the third 50. You can just hear the energy in the pool. Lots of cheers, lots of positive encouragement, with Alexa and Peyton pretty much neck and neck. You would think that they train together the way that they are just swimming side by side. Both of them probably took an extra second off their time because they know they're side by side, pushing it hard. Both swimming at about a 36-37 halfway through. The swimmers in the pool know it. They know that they're swimming lights out, working hard, and giving it all that they have. Halfway through the fourth 50, with with Peyton and Alexa still neck and neck at the midpoint. Addie's not too far behind, and neither is Caitlin. Also neck and neck, about a third length of the pool down. Oh, there goes Alexa. Just had the tinch at the turn with a 37.04, and Peyton had a 37.50 on that 50. They all know what 9 means. 9's a beautiful number because when they get to the other side, that means they're halfway completed with this 500. You know, 500 is a pretty big event, but these girls are swimming 1,500, 2,500 yards in practices, working super hard. Halfway through the event, looks like Alexa has the lead. She came in with a really solid 36.58, followed by a 37.82 on Peyton. With a couple 39s from Caitlin and Addie. 3 minutes on the dot with a 3:01 for Peyton. Both girls are looking to break that coveted 6:10. They know what that means. They know what that means in terms of qualifying for their letters. They know that this is one of those events where if they break those numbers, it makes them know that they can contribute to the team points-wise, as well as contribute to the entire team. So, Peyton and Addie still within a body length of each other, coming on down. Halfway through the seventh 50. With Caitlin and Addie not that far behind. Alexa's starting to pull away. Seems to have found a little bit of a new gear with a 36.85 as she completed the seventh 50 of the event. It's 10:50s, so she knows she has a little bit more to go, so she can't put it all out just yet. But she's worked hard, she's given herself the endurance, and she has that opportunity to keep going. Peyton's not that far behind, making up to leaving a little bit of ground. This is going to be neck and neck right to the end, just like a good, solid 500 should be. Caitlin and Addie both turned at the same time, swimming a solid event, with Caitlin just a feather above Addie. Like I said, they may be 3 lanes apart, but they know how each other is doing, and this competition is probably taking 2-3 seconds per 50 off of each of their times. Well, Alexa still takes the lead halfway through her 8th 50. Oh, there's the bell. Here we go. Final 50 for Alexa. She gets to see that double red bar. Gave herself just a little bit of extra energy. Doing a really nice stroke. Following all the way through to the end. Peyton's not too far behind. Alexa might be getting a couple inches every stroke, which is giving her a really solid push to the end. Let's see if she can go ahead and break that 6:10. She's feeling it. She wants it. She knows what she wants. She's going to keep pushing halfway through the final 50. Got her timekeeper at the end. About ready to hit the block. Boom. Done. Take a breath. Nice job. And in comes Peyton as well. Both had a solid finish with a great result. And there comes Caitlin with Addie not too far behind on the end. Great job, all 4 girls. Alexa came in at Peyton came in at a 6:06. Alexa at a 6:07. I don't think that's right. Yeah, something wasn't right there. So anyhow, we had Alexa who took that event.
Alexa didn't eat her panties,
Alexa lightly touched the pad, and she'll get the clock time versus the scoreboard time at her final result. That's what will be sent into Burnsville for the final result. But with two girls coming in and breaking that 6:10, that's a nice solid result. Got to feel really good about that. Coach Snyder's kind of walking up and down, pacing up and down with a kind of a smile underneath that mask of his. The next event will be event number 17. This will be the 200-yard freestyle relay, junior varsity. Girls are kind of getting their caps on, getting themselves situated, working their way to the blocks. Looking forward to the 200-yard freestyle relay. There will be 3 lanes of swimmers for this event. Girls will be swimming in lanes 5, 6, and 7. Lane 5 on the top of your screen.
200-yard freestyle relay.
In lane 5 will be Whitney Swarsek, who just took the dive. She'll be followed by Saniva Maharan, Brenna Kosabud, and Lauren Koch. In lane 6, Olivia Brobeck just took the dive. She'll be also swimming with Haley Hoffman, Sophia Gomez, and Rashna Blasbramian. And in lane 7, Alexa Bauer took the dive. Gwen McKenna Shevland and Avery Ristow will be joining her. All 3 girls have just come in, and the next girls have just taken off, with Haley Hoffman swimming in lane 6, who just took the dive from Olivia Brobeck, in the lead, with Sinova Maharan not too far behind, and Gwen Hauk swimming having a really solid turn in lane 7. Here comes Haley Hoffman, waiting for her teammate Sophia Gomez to take the dive. In she goes. Nice dive, Sophia. There comes Sinova, and there went Brenna Kosabud in lane 5. And there came in Gwen with McKenna Shevlin just taking her dive. All 3 girls are swimming the 50 with a vengeance. And we're seeing scores like 31 and 20, 30 and 32 come in out of these girls. Really solid result. Here comes Sophia Gomez, and Rashna will be taking the final leg of the 200-yard freestyle relay junior varsity. In a pretty commanding lead. These 4 girls have really worked hard to get to this point, and Rashna is halfway through the first leg of her event at the turn, about ready to come in for a solid final result. Lauren Crook in lane 5, not too far behind, and Avery Ristow just took the dive in lane 7. Here comes Rashna in for the final leg of the junior varsity freestyle relay, and she's in. Lauren Crook right behind her just hit the block. Rashna, by the way, had a solid 31 for a team result of 203. In came Lauren at a 35, not bad with a total team result. Of 214. And in lane 7, Avery came in at a strong 33 with a 222 final result. So here we go to the varsity. Event number 18, 200-yard freestyle relay. The girls are on the block. We got 3 lanes of swimmers. Lane 5 on the top of your screen, down through to lane 7 on the bottom. And they're off. In lane 5, swimming for Lakeville North, Gintari Biscotti. And she's also going to be swimming with Leah Loftus, Emily Hodgen, and McKenna Hultgren. In lane 6, just at the turn in the lead, Izzy Satterley. She's going to be swimming with Brianna Reborg, Chloe West, and Peyton Warnes. In lane 7, for Lakeville North, Adelie Marsalek, 8th grader, will be swimming with Franny Brumberg, Avery DeBolt, and Alexa Van Dyne. Brianna Reborg just jumped in. This is actually her first event of the day. She has informed us that she is going to be doing the Ironman. She will be swimming in the next 3 events. Solid turn at the corner. Brianna is swimming down halfway through the 50, halfway through this leg of the 200-yard freestyle, about ready to take it over to Chloe West. Chloe is in the water. Brianna came in at a solid 28:13. Emily came in at a solid 28:96, with Avery coming in at a 29:93. Peyton Warnes is at the turn. Chloe West is at the turn. Midway through, about ready to hand it over to Peyton Warren for the final leg of the 200-yard freeway, and she's in. Solid 28:76 for Chloe. Emily came in at a 28:47, and Avery DeBolt came in as well with a solid 28.5. The final leg, Peyton Warnes is at the turn, swimming on down. Oh, there comes Avery DeBolt, with a solid 40.7, with Alexa Van Dyne coming in. Peyton Warnes about ready to come in, and she just hit the board. 26.81 for Peyton Warnes. Nice job. McKenna came in at a 27.47, and Alexa Van Dyne is polishing off the final result for that group, and she's just coming in. Boom, she's at the block with a 29.5. So the team of Satterley, Reborg, West, and Warnes ended up in the lead at a 149, with the team of Piscari, Loftus, Hodgkin, and Huntgren at a 154, and the team of Marsalek, Brumberg, DeBolt, and Van Dyne coming in at a 210. The next event for the afternoon will be the 100-yard backstroke junior varsity. Be 4 swimmers at this event, with lane 4 at the top of your screen. Swim official is just double checking with a couple of the scores. We had a quick little glitch on one of the manual score operators, so the swim official just wants to make sure he gets it right. Going to go and double check with the head coach just to make sure everything is all lined up. Just a normal procedure to make sure that the numbers are all agreed upon, and that when they are submitted to the result, that the Burnsville and Lakeville scores have been properly validated. As I had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, in case you didn't hear it, this is a non-traditional, first of its kind for the year, a virtual event for Lakeville North and Burnsville Blaze. Burnsville is swimming at the exact same time in their pool over in Burnsville, while Lakeville North is recording its times here. I'm sure the girls would love to be swimming against each other in the pool, but this is to keep us more safe and to help extend this swim season as long as we possibly can to give the girls a positive result. So here we are, ready to take off with the 100-yard backstroke. Junior varsity girls are about ready to jump in the water, get themselves situated. As they do, waiting for the swim official to give them the start. And they're off. Swimming for Lakeville North in this event is freshman Ashley Restreau in lane 4. In lane 5, Grace Gray. In lane 6, Helen Zenner. In lane 7, Sophia Mickelson. So this is a 100-yard, down and back twice event for the girls, with Helen Zenner in the initial lead as she's coming to the turn, and Grace Gray not too far behind. Helen Zenner continues to take the lead. Sophia Mickelson just hit the turn, and so did Avery Ristro. Helen's at the turn, ready to come into the final half of the 50. The final half of the 50 of the 100-yard backstroke for junior varsity. Helen Zenner with a pretty good lead, about ready to hit the block. And she's in. 34:41 on that second half. Grace came in at a 36:11. With Sophia coming in at a 39:35. And Avery coming in at a total of a 124. Leading the event was Helen Zenner at a 107, followed by Grace Gray at a 110. And Sophia Mickelson at a 117. And Avery Risto at a 124. So the 100-yard backstroke will be a senior captain-led event, top to bottom, with 4 seniors competing against each other. And they're off. In lane 4, Chloe West. She's on the top of your screen. In lane 5, Georgia Olson. Lane 6, Katie Petit. In lane 7, Brianna Reborg. So Katie just hit the turn. All 4 girls are neck and neck. They can feel each other's energy. It's a really close event for these 4 girls. All 4 of them are within a pack of each other. Katie is in the lead. She's got about a half a swimmer lead. Just hit the block. Came in at a 32:35, followed by Georgia at a 34:08, Brianna at a 34:73, not too far behind Chloe at a 37:20. Katie's taken just a little bit more of a body lead, but Georgia and Brianna are pretty neck and neck. It looks like Georgia has a little bit of the lead at the turn. Katie looks like she's going to finish strong with a great result to give to Burnsville, with Brianna and Georgia right behind, right neck and neck, just behind her. Looks like Georgia's going to take the lead. Katie's in, 33:44 on that second half. There comes Georgia at a 34:99, Brianna at a 36:92, and Chloe in the second half at a 38:57. So scores that will be submitted for the result would be a 105 for Katie, a 110.07 for Georgia, a 111.65 for Brianna, and a 115 for Chloe. Good event, top to bottom. The next event for the afternoon will be the 100-yard breaststroke junior varsity. This will be the 21st event of the afternoon. And it'll be 4 swimmers, lanes 4 through 7, top to bottom on your screen. Well, swim official wanted to make sure everything was situated, kind of having a little bit of a nod with Coach Schneider. There goes the girls, taking their mark, and they're in. In lane 4, freshman Alexa Bauer. In lane 5, sophomore Sana Maharan. In lane 6, Olivia Brobeck. In lane 7, freshman Avery DeBolt. This is the breaststroke. Girls are all working hard, about neck and neck as they come to the first half of the 50, which would be the first down and back for the event. Currently in the lead is Olivia Brobeck, with Avery in lane 7 not too far behind, and Sunova in lane 5 right behind that. All 4 girls are pretty much within a swimmer's length of each other. Olivia's just starting to pull away, just past a body length. with Sinova and Avery almost on the exact same stroke pattern. And Alexis not too far behind. Olivia just took the turn. She's heading on in to get her results. Looks like she's going to have a pretty commanding opportunity as she hits the final 10. And she's in. Olivia Brobeck, 46.19 on that 50. Followed by Sonova Maharan at a 47.98 on that 50. Avery DeBolt at a 49.42. And Alexis Bauer. So 126.93 for Olivia. Followed by 131.71 for Sonova. 131.91 for Avery, and a 135.83 for Alexis. Now we're going to take the varsity 100-yard breaststroke. Girls are just got 1 foot up on the block. They heard the whistle from the swim official. Just have kind of got themselves up on the block, situated, ready to dive. And they're off. Nice dive, top to bottom. Lane 4, junior, Franna Brumberg. Lane 5, senior captain, Brianna Reborg. In lane 6, freshman, Izzy Satterley. In lane 7, senior captain, Chloe West. In the lead at the turn, Izzy Satterley, coming across with a really strong result. Right behind Izzy, Chloe West in lane 7, with Brianna almost at the same stroke pattern, within just a stroke of Chloe. Franny Brumberg, not too far behind. Izzy is already at the turn, halfway down the lane. Brianna and Chloe practically neck and neck. Once again, Chloe has her by about a stroke. Brianna right behind. All 3 girls are swimming hard. All 4 girls are swimming hard. Izzy's at the turn, taking the last leg of the 50, ready to cruise on in for her final result. Strong swimming. Chloe and Brianna just hit the turn. Chloe hit it just a smidge first with Brianna right behind. And there's Franny at the turn. Here comes Izzy. Boom. Done. 36.56 on that final 50 of her 100-yard breaststroke. Coming in second with a 44.11, Chloe West. 46.10 for Brianna Reborg, third on that one, and a 46.24. 110.84 was the final result for Izzy. Not too far behind at a 124.17 for Chloe, 126.56 for Brianna, and a 128.39 final result for Franny. Here we are, the granddaddy of the event. The final 2 events of the afternoon. The coveted 400. The girls look forward to this all week. They look forward to the lineups. They look forward to who they're going to be swimming with. And they're definitely motivated to put it all out on the line. The girls have just hit the blocks. This will be the junior varsity going first with 3 lanes, lanes 5 through 7. In lane 5 would be Sophie Gomez, who just took off. She'll also be swimming with Ellen McFarland, Brianna Kosabud, and Whitney Swarsek. In lane 6, who just took off and just turned around in the lead, Haley Hoffman, who will also be swimming with Addie Marsalek, Sophia Mickelson, and Peyton Hulkren. In lane 7, not too far behind, Gwen Hauk. She'll be swimming with Avery Risteau, Catherine Sedanet, and Lauren Cook. There you go, Haley. Just hit the turn, ready to hit the second 50 of her event, with Sophia Gomez not too far behind, maybe a swimmer length and a half behind. And just coming down, Gwen Hauk. Making the turn, Haley Hoffman, with Addie Marsalek getting herself queued up to take the pool. In goes Addie with a really solid dive. Halfway down the pool before she popped up. Nice job. Ellen McFarland just took the pool with Sophia Gomez hitting the block. In comes Gwen Hauk And here comes Avery Ristow. Dialing it in. Excellent dive. All right, here we go. Addie Marsalek is halfway through the first half of her 400 at the turn with a nice turn. Solid result. Ellen McFarland just about to do the same. And Avery Ristow working her way down. Addie Marsalek in the lead, in lane 6 at the final turn, ready to come on in with Sophia Mickelson already up on the block, getting herself queued up and ready to dive in. Whitney McFarland just hit the turn, pumping her way in for that final result. There comes Sophie Mickelson, and in goes Peyton Hultgren. Excuse me, in comes Addie, and there goes Sophia Mickelson. There goes Brianna Kosovad. And Avery Ristow is just about to wrap it up. So Catherine Simidet can take the dive. Sophia Mickelson is halfway through. Lane 6, Hoffman, Marsalek, and Mickelson really have had a commanding lead, with Peyton Hultgren getting ready to queue up herself for the final 100 of the event. Brenna just hit the turn, working her way back down. Halfway through her final leg. In comes Sophia Mickelson. And there goes Peyton Hultgren. Solid dive, pumping her arms, really cruising down the pool. In comes Brenna Kosovad for the final half of her leg, with Whitney Swarzek all queued up, dialed in, ready to go. Solid dive. There goes Whitney for her final. Catherine Simidet at the turn, ready to cruise on down so that Lauren Crook can finish up her leg. Peyton Hultgren just hit the turn, halfway through. She'll be wrapping up here shortly at the turn for the final leg of her event, about ready to get her result. There goes Whitney Swarzek at the turn, and in goes Lauren Croak. Here comes Peyton Hultgren. Done. Nice job, Peyton. Really nice result from the team of Hoffman, Marsalek, Mickelson, and Hultgren. At a 4:26 final result. Here comes Swarzek for the final leg of her event. She's in. 37:18 on that final 50. For a final result of 4:52. Lauren is about ready to take the final turn. Pumping it. Lots of encouragement from her teammates. Almost everybody around the pool is giving her lots of encouragement. She's got one of her friends about ready to give her the final score. Ready to hit the block, and she's in. Really solid 38:23 final 50 on that event. For a total result of 5:30.97. So here we are. Sure wish we knew the results of Burnsville, because this is kind of that point of the night where things are neck and neck and everybody needs to know. So the girls have opted to just swim their best. It doesn't matter what they are doing and what they've been doing. They're just going to go out and put it all on the line. So there will be 3 varsity swim lanes for Lakeville North in this final 400-yard freestyle relay varsity. Nice dives, top to bottom. They're all in the pool. They've just popped up. In lane 5, swimming for Lakeville North, the senior captain, Grace Gray. She's going to be swimming with Ashley Miranda Lamone, McKenna Hultgren, Helen Zenner. In lane 6, currently in the lead, Katie Petit, who will be swimming with Georgia Olson, Brianna Reborg, and Chloe West. In lane 7, sophomore Leah Loftus, who will be swimming with Alexa Van Dyne, Caitlin Hole, and Izzy Satterley. There you go. Lots of cheers from the fans. Katie Petit is at the final turn of her 50 with Georgia Olson ready to take it in the pool. You know, Grace Gray is not too far behind. Half a body length. Really giving a strong push. Good friends with Katie Petit, but right now they're competing. Katie's in. Georgia's in the water. Grace is in. Ashley Miranda Lamone is in the water. Georgia's just got a kick like she's ready to go. She's given herself about a leg length. She's at the turn. Ashley Miranda Lamone is at the turn. Alexa Van Dyne, not too far behind, at the turn. So they're working their way halfway through. Georgia Olson has got about a body length lead over Ashley Miranda Lamone. Just hit the turn, ready for the final 50 in her leg. Georgia and Ashley swimming against each other with Alexa not too far behind. Georgia's at the turn, ready to take that final leg of her 50 as she's gearing up to turn over the reins to Brianna. And so is Ashley, who will be turning over the reins to McKenna. Brianna's queued up. Georgia's on her way in. Georgia's hit the block. Boom, there goes Brianna. Nice dive. Halfway down. There she goes, kicking like a vengeance. Ashley Miranda Lamone is in. McKenna Hultgren is in the water. McKenna's pushing, giving Brianna a nice run for her money. Brianna's at the turn. There she goes. Solid turn. Great turn as well for McKenna. Both girls are swimming hard. Working their way down to the 50. Caitlin Hole not too far behind with Brianna just at the turn, ready to hit her final leg. Brianna came in at a 31.55 with McKenna coming in at a solid 29.22 and a 29.76 for Caitlin. Brianna's at the turn. Looks like McKenna might have just snuck a little bit of a lead. Not too far, but the two of them are swimming hard. Brianna's working her muscle, ready to turn over the reins to Chloe West. McKenna working it hard, ready to turn over to Helen Zenner. In comes McKenna. There goes Helen. In comes Brianna. There goes Chloe. Helen has got about a body and a half lead over Chloe. Chloe's not too far behind with Izzy right behind them. Helen's in the lead, halfway down the first 50 of her 100 at the turn. Chloe not too far behind. There goes Helen on the turn with a 27.97. And there goes Chloe at the turn with a 30.36. And there goes Izzy at the turn with a 26.35. Solid result. Looks like Izzy's picking up a little bit of ground on Chloe. And it looks like Helen is going to be coming in for her final leg. Helen is working her way through, halfway through her final leg of this 50. About ready to hit the blocks. And she's in. Izzy, not too far behind. She's in with a 28.25. And Chloe came in at a 32.97. The event is wrapped up. The results are in. The team of Gray, Miranda Lamone, Huntgren, and Zenner came in at a 4:02, followed by the team of Loftus, Van Dyne, Hull, and Satterley at a 4:05, and the team of Petit, Olson, Reborg, and West at a 4:08. Great job all around. Great event. Coaches are giving a little bit of instructions to the girls. We've never ended one of these virtual events before, so the girls are trying to make sure that they're doing all the right things. Lots of encouragement. We'll be getting the results tomorrow, so stay tuned. It's been been a fun afternoon with you, with everybody, and great job to all the swimmers.